The vast emptiness of space held many secrets, but none quite as surprising as what the Empire's scout ship, Stellar Observer, discovered that day. Captain James Miller of Earth stood at his observation post in Nevada, unaware that high above the atmosphere, humanity was being watched. The Imperial scout ship, a sleek vessel designed to remain undetected, had been mapping this sector of space for standard protocol. Commander Thomas Reed of the ship maintained his usual routine, scanning the seemingly unremarkable solar system. What caught his attention wasn't the blue planet's appearance, but rather the unusual readings his instruments were detecting. "This can't be right," he muttered, adjusting the settings on his quantum scanner. The readings showed an unprecedented rate of technological advancement. Most civilizations took thousands of years to progress from primitive tools to basic spaceflight, but this planet, designation Earth in local terms, had done it in mere centuries. The Imperial Protocol demanded immediate reporting of such anomalies. Reed compiled his findings and transmitted them through the faster-than-light communication array. The message reached the Empire's Central Council within hours, causing quite a stir among the ancient races that governed the galaxy. Back on Earth, in the hidden facility beneath the Nevada desert, Captain Miller noticed something odd on his advanced radar systems. A brief flicker, something that shouldn't be there, appeared for just a moment before vanishing. He ran the data through multiple filters, trying to convince himself it was just a glitch. The Empire's council chamber buzzed with activity. High Counselor Robert White, a stern figure with centuries of experience, reviewed the scout ship's data with growing interest. Earth's rapid development hadn't gone unnoticed, but what truly caught his attention was the planet's efficient use of resources. "Look at these energy signatures," he pointed out to his fellow council members. "They've managed to harness nuclear power without destroying themselves. Their cities are expanding, yet they're beginning to balance it with environmental preservation. Most remarkably, they've achieved spaceflight with relatively primitive technology." The Council's discussion lasted for days. Some argued for immediate integration, while others advised caution. Earth's potential was undeniable, but its unpredictability made it dangerous. Finally, a decision was reached. Earth would be marked for integration into the Empire. Meanwhile, deep in the Pacific Ocean, Dr. Linda Roberts monitored the unusual readings from her underwater research station. The advanced sensors, hidden from the world's knowledge, picked up disturbances in the quantum field, signs of advanced technology far beyond public understanding. The Empire's scout ship began its detailed surveillance, unaware that their presence hadn't gone completely unnoticed. Earth's secret defenders had been preparing for this moment for decades. Hidden bunkers, classified technologies, and weapons that could rival the Empire's best, all carefully concealed from space observation. Commander Reed continued his mission, methodically documenting Earth's apparent capabilities. His reports painted a picture of a young, ambitious species just beginning to reach for the stars. Yet something about the humans made him uneasy. Their history showed a remarkable ability to advance rapidly when threatened, and their capacity for both destruction and creation was unlike anything in Imperial records. As the first part of this cosmic drama unfolded, neither side fully understood what they were dealing with. The Empire saw a prize to be claimed, a resource-rich world with promising potential. They didn't realize that humanity had been silently preparing for this moment, hiding their true capabilities beneath a carefully constructed facade of normal technological progression. Deep beneath the Antarctic ice, in a facility unknown even to most world governments, General Mark Anderson received the first concrete evidence of alien surveillance. The defensive systems he commanded were far beyond what the Empire believed possible for Earth. As he reviewed the data, a slight smile crossed his face. The Empire had no idea what they were walking into. The stage was set. The Empire's confidence in their superiority would soon be their greatest weakness. Earth's warning would come, but not before humanity was ready to demonstrate exactly why underestimating them was a grave mistake. The pieces were in motion, and the galaxy would never be the same. The first undeniable sign came from the Deep Space Monitoring Station in Chile. Dr. David Wilson, bleary-eyed from his 12th hour at the controls, nearly missed it. The energy spike was unlike anything they'd ever recorded, a massive surge that briefly outshone the background radiation of space itself. "Professor, you need to see this," he called out, his fingers flying across the holographic display. Professor Mary Baker, the station's lead scientist, hurried over. Her usual composed demeanor cracked as she analyzed the readings. "Send this to headquarters immediately," she ordered, her voice steady despite the gravity of the situation. Within minutes, similar reports began flooding in from hidden observation posts around the globe. In Japan's Mount Fuji Observatory, hidden levels below the public facility contained equipment far more advanced than the world knew existed. Chief Scientist Richard Thompson stared at his monitors in disbelief. The encrypted transmissions they were picking up used quantum frequencies that shouldn't even be possible with current technology. The hidden global defense network hummed with activity. In underground bunkers and secret facilities worldwide, humanity's guardians began piecing together the puzzle. The energy signatures were moving. Massive ships, larger than anything humans had officially built, were positioning themselves throughout the solar system. General Anderson, coordinating from his Antarctic command center, received constant updates. The alien vessels were careful, methodical in their approach. They thought they were being stealthy, unaware that Earth's real detection capabilities far exceeded their expectations. "They're setting up a containment grid," he explained to the emergency council meeting, broadcast through quantum-encrypted channels to leaders around the world. "Standard Imperial tactics. We've seen them use this pattern on other worlds." The Empire's ships continued their careful dance through the solar system, placing monitoring satellites and defensive positions. They believed they were watching a primitive species, but in reality, every move they made was being carefully documented and analyzed. In the Mariana Trench, the deep-sea research facility transformed into a war room. Dr. Roberts coordinated with her team as they tracked the quantum disturbances caused by the Empire's ships. Their advanced sensors, developed in secret over decades, provided a clear picture of the invaders' movements. "They're establishing a classic encirclement pattern," she reported to the Global Defense Council. "But they're leaving gaps. They don't think we can detect them at those ranges." Above the Arctic Circle, in a facility carved into the ice, technician Paul Walker monitored the automated defense systems. The quantum grid, invisible to Imperial scanners, remained dormant but ready. Each Imperial ship that entered the solar system triggered silent alarms, their positions automatically logged and tracked. The Empire's confidence in their technological superiority proved to be their biggest blind spot. They never considered that the seemingly primitive radio signals and basic satellite technology they detected might be a carefully maintained facade. In orbit, the International Space Station continued its regular broadcasts and operations, playing the role of humanity's most advanced space presence perfectly. Behind this peaceful front, the station's secret quantum sensors gathered crucial data on the Imperial fleet's capabilities. Back in Nevada, Captain Miller coordinated with other hidden facilities worldwide. The Empire's movements followed patterns they had long prepared for. Humanity's response would need to be perfectly timed, reveal too much too soon, and they'd lose their advantage of surprise. The Global Defense Council convened again, this time to discuss their response. Representatives from every major nation attended via secure quantum channels. The decision was unanimous. They would continue to play the role of an unaware civilization, but preparation for the inevitable confrontation would accelerate. As the Empire positioned their forces, humanity's hidden strength grew. In secret facilities around the world, advanced weapon systems were brought online. Quantum shields were tested, and dark matter drives warmed up. Everything had to appear normal on the surface while beneath, Earth prepared for the greatest revelation in human history. The warning signs were clear. The Empire was coming. But they would soon learn that humanity was far from the primitive species they believed they were dealing with. The stage was set for a demonstration that would reshape the galaxy's power structure forever. Earth's defenders watched and waited, knowing that timing would be everything. The Empire's ignorance would be their downfall, and humanity's greatest advantage. The Imperial diplomatic vessel descended through Earth's atmosphere with calculated precision, landing on the designated area in Geneva. The world watched through their screens as humanity's first official contact with alien life unfolded. But beneath this historic moment, a different game was being played. Ambassador Michael Rogers stood at the forefront of Earth's diplomatic team, his calm exterior masking years of preparation for this exact scenario. The Imperial ambassador, who introduced himself as Lord William, emerged from his ship with an air of superiority that was impossible to miss. "We come in peace," Lord William announced, his perfect English delivered through advanced translation technology. "The Galactic Empire extends its hand in friendship to Earth, offering you the privilege of joining our vast civilization." The ceremony proceeded exactly as the Empire had planned, or so they thought. While the cameras rolled and the world watched the carefully orchestrated show, hidden sensors analyzed every piece of Imperial technology in sight. Each word, each gesture from the Imperial delegation was recorded and scrutinized by AI systems far more advanced than what Earth officially possessed. During the diplomatic reception, Dr. Roberts, now posing as a cultural attaché, engaged in seemingly casual conversation with Imperial officials. Her quantum scanner, disguised as a simple bracelet, collected valuable data about their biological and technological signatures. "Your world has such potential," Lord William commented to Ambassador Rogers, sipping Earth wine with barely concealed disdain. "Under Imperial guidance, you could advance centuries within decades." The real work happened between the formal meetings. Earth's intelligence networks, hidden beneath layers of official bureaucracy, pieced together the truth. The Empire's peaceful integration had a dark history that they worked hard to conceal. General Anderson, watching from his command center, received encrypted reports from agents embedded in the diplomatic staff. The Imperial delegation's private conversations, captured by advanced surveillance systems, revealed their true intentions. Earth was seen as nothing more than another resource to be harvested. "They're following the same pattern," Agent Peter Brown reported through secure channels. "Just like on Proxima B and Ta Ceti, they offer protection, technology, and advancement. Then they strip the planet bare once they're entrenched." Ambassador Rogers maintained his diplomatic smile while reviewing the evidence. The Empire's peaceful submissions had led to the systematic exploitation of dozens of worlds. Their advanced technology was a mere front for what amounted to galactic-scale resource theft. During a private tour of Earth's most advanced facility, a carefully crafted facade, Lord William couldn't help but show his contempt. "Your nuclear technology is quaint," he remarked, unaware that the facility's real purpose was to study his reactions and technology. The Empire's arrogance proved to be a goldmine of intelligence. Their delegation freely used their advanced devices, believing Earth's technology too primitive to pose any security risk. Each transmission, each casual scan they performed, was intercepted and analyzed by systems they never suspected existed. In a secure underground room, far from the diplomatic proceedings, Dr. Wilson compiled the data. The Empire's technological capabilities were impressive, but not insurmountable. More importantly, they had found critical weaknesses in their defense systems. "Their quantum shielding has a fatal flaw," he reported to the Global Defense Council. "They never developed countermeasures for dark matter weapons because they never thought anyone else could develop them." As the diplomatic visit continued, Earth's leaders met in secret. The Empire's generous offer of integration came with thousands of pages of terms and conditions. Hidden within the legal jargon were clauses that would give them complete control over Earth's resources and population. Ambassador Rogers maintained the charade perfectly, asking appropriate questions about cultural exchange and technological assistance. Meanwhile, humanity's real defensive capabilities were being quietly readied. The Empire's ships in orbit continued their surveillance, unaware that each scan they performed was being allowed to succeed. The stage was set for humanity's response. But timing was crucial. The Empire needed to believe their deception was working until the perfect moment for revelation arrived. As Lord William prepared to return to his ship with what he thought was a diplomatic victory in progress, he remained blissfully unaware that he had inadvertently provided Earth with everything needed to resist the coming invasion. The real war would begin soon, but not in the way the Empire expected. Earth's warning was being prepared, and it would shake the foundations of imperial power throughout the galaxy. Deep beneath the Rocky Mountains, in a chamber that didn't officially exist, the world's leaders gathered in person for the first time since discovering the Empire's true intentions. The room hummed with tension as General Anderson presented the final intelligence report. "The Empire expects us to sign their integration treaty within the week," he stated, gesturing to the holographic display showing Imperial fleet movements. "They've positioned their ships exactly where we wanted them." President Alexander stood at the central podium, addressing the assembled leaders. "For 50 years, we've hidden our true capabilities. Today, we reveal everything." The chamber's screens lit up, displaying Earth's actual technological achievements: quantum weapons platforms, dark matter drives, and defensive systems that rivaled or surpassed Imperial technology. In orbit, carefully concealed beneath optical and quantum cloaking fields, Earth's real space fleet waited. Commander Helen Parker watched from the bridge of the EDS Defender, Earth's most advanced warship. Her crew, trained in secret for years, monitored Imperial movements with technology that would shock their would-be conquerors. "All defense grid stations report ready," her executive officer reported. The quantum shield network, hidden from Imperial scans by technology they'd never encountered, could be activated at a moment's notice. Below the Pacific Ocean, Dr. Roberts supervised the final preparations of the underwater launch facilities. Massive hangar doors, invisible to surface scans, stood ready to release Earth's submarine carriers, vessels capable of spaceflight and underwater operation. "Quantum cores at full capacity," she reported through the secure network. "All vessels report ready for emergency surface deployment." In the Antarctic Command Center, technicians activated the Global Defense Matrix. Hidden installations worldwide powered up, their energy signatures masked by advanced cloaking technology. The Empire's sensors continued to show only what Earth wanted them to see: a planet of primitive satellites and basic space stations. "Phase 1 is complete," General Anderson announced to the assembled leaders. "Our forces are in position. The Empire's fleet remains unaware of our preparations." The next phase began immediately. While Ambassador Rogers continued diplomatic talks with Lord William, Earth's hidden factories increased production. Advanced AI systems, far beyond what the Empire believed possible, coordinated the global defense network. Professor Baker, now revealed as the head of Earth's quantum physics division, presented the final analysis of Imperial technology. Their overconfidence led them to use outdated encryption. "We've cracked their command protocols. When the time comes, we can disrupt their entire communication network." In orbit, the Imperial ships continued their patrol patterns, their crews confident in their technological superiority. They never noticed the dark matter signatures of Earth's cloaked vessels moving into strategic positions. "All defensive squadrons in position," Commander Parker reported. "Shield grid synchronized, ready to execute Operation Revelation on your command." The world leaders reviewed the final response plan. Earth would not simply reject the Empire's terms. They would demonstrate why attempting to subjugate humanity was a grave mistake. "The element of surprise is our greatest weapon," President Alexander reminded them. "The Empire believes they're dealing with a primitive species. Their arrogance will be their downfall." In Geneva, Ambassador Rogers prepared for his final meeting with Lord William. The Imperial diplomat remained completely unaware that his every move had been predicted and planned for. "Active all quantum sensors," General Anderson ordered. "Begin recording their reactions. The galaxy needs to see what happens when the Empire's aggression meets real resistance." The hidden fleet commanders received their final orders. Earth's response would be swift, coordinated and overwhelming. The Empire's ships would find themselves surrounded by forces they never knew existed. "All stations report ready," came the confirmation from Global Command. Quantum shields at full power. Dark matter weapons primed. Defense grid online. President Alexander looked at the assembled leaders, receiving nods of confirmation from each. The time had come to show the Empire that humanity was not their prey. "Begin Operation Revelation," he commanded. "Let's show them exactly what they're dealing with." The trap was set. Humanity's response would shake the foundations of imperial power and change the galaxy forever. The Empire was about to learn why Earth had given them only one warning. Ambassador Rogers walked into the final negotiation session with Lord William, carrying a single quantum data crystal, Earth's response to the Empire's integration proposal. The Imperial delegation sat with their usual air of superiority, unaware that everything was about to change. "Before we proceed with the treaty signing," Rogers began, his voice steady, "Earth has prepared a message for the Imperial Council." He placed the crystal on the table, and it projected a hologram that filled the room with a display far more advanced than anything the Empire thought Earth possessed. Lord William's expression shifted from confusion to concern as President Alexander's image appeared, displayed in perfect clarity through technology that shouldn't have existed on Earth. "To the Galactic Empire," the President began, his voice resonating with authority, "we have reviewed your offer of integration. We've also uncovered the truth about your previous peaceful acquisitions. This message serves as Earth's only warning." The hologram shifted, showing detailed scans of every Imperial ship in the solar system. Their positions, capabilities, and weaknesses were displayed with precision that shocked the Imperial delegation. Lord William's face paled as he realized their surveillance had been compromised. "For decades, we have hidden our true capabilities," the message continued. "While you watched our primitive satellites and basic space stations, our real technology remained cloaked. Your arrogance made you blind to our preparations." Deep in space, Imperial sensors suddenly detected massive energy signatures emerging from Earth. Commander Parker had received the signal. The cloaking fields dropped, revealing Earth's advanced fleet positioned strategically around the Imperial ships. A hologram displayed Earth's hidden achievements: quantum drives, dark matter weapons, and defensive systems that matched or exceeded Imperial technology. Lord William attempted to activate his emergency beacon, only to find all Imperial communications jammed by Earth's quantum interference. "Your ships are currently surrounded by our defense fleet," President Alexander's message continued. "We have broken your encryption codes, analyzed your weaknesses, and prepared countermeasures for every weapon in your arsenal." The hologram showed footage from worlds the Empire had stripped bare after peaceful integration. Their crimes against other species were laid bare, documented by Earth's deep space probes that had operated in secret for years. "We are not your prey," the President declared. "Earth will not be another trophy in your collection. We offer you one chance to withdraw your forces and recognize Earth as a sovereign, independent power." In orbit, Commander Parker watched as Imperial ships frantically scanned their surroundings, finally detecting Earth's true military might. Their sensors showed them surrounded by vessels they never knew existed, their tactical advantage completely lost. "To demonstrate our resolve," the message continued, "we have prepared a demonstration. In exactly 1 minute, we will disable your flagship's primary systems using technology you believed impossible for us to possess." Lord William grabbed his communicator, barking orders to the Imperial fleet. His commands were cut short as, precisely 1 minute later, every system on the flagship went dark. Earth's quantum pulse weapons had performed exactly as planned. "Your ships remain intact as a courtesy," President Alexander's message concluded. "This demonstration used less than 1% of our defensive capabilities. Consider your next actions carefully. Earth will not submit. Earth will not be conquered. This is our only warning." The hologram faded, leaving the Imperial delegation in stunned silence. Ambassador Rogers stood calmly, watching their reactions. Earth's message had been delivered exactly as planned. Clear, decisive, and backed by undeniable proof of power. The crystal contains detailed scans of your fleet's vulnerabilities, Rogers added quietly. Consider it a reminder of what we could do, should you choose aggression over wisdom. In the Antarctic Command Center, General Anderson watched the Empire's ships through quantum sensors. Their confusion was evident in their erratic movements and panicked communications. The message had served its purpose. The Empire faced a choice: accept Earth as an equal or learn firsthand why humanity had survived countless challenges to reach the stars. The galaxy held its breath, waiting to see how the Empire would respond to humanity's defiance. The next move would determine whether peace would prevail, or if Earth would need to demonstrate more of its hidden strength. The Empire's response came 3 days later. A battle fleet emerged from hyperspace at the edge of the solar system. 40 warships, led by the Imperial dreadnought Sovereign. They had chosen to test Earth's resolve rather than heed its warning. Commander Parker stood on the bridge of the EDS Defender, watching the Imperial fleet's approach on quantum displays. They're forming attack patterns, she reported to Global Command. Exactly as predicted. General Anderson's voice came through the quantum comm. All units, execute Operation Thunderbolt. Show them why Earth doesn't make empty threats. The Imperial fleet advanced confidently, their sensors showing only Earth's publicly known defenses, a few primitive satellites and space stations. Admiral Robert, commanding the Imperial force, smiled at what he thought would be an easy victory. That smile vanished when Earth's quantum defense grid activated. Massive energy barriers materialized throughout the solar system, cutting off the Imperial fleet's retreat paths. Simultaneously, Earth's cloaked vessels decloaked on all sides, revealing a force that outnumbered the Imperial fleet 2-1. Target their propulsion systems, Commander Parker ordered. Minimal force, maximum precision. Let's show them what Earth can really do. Dark matter beams lanced out from Earth's ships, passing straight through the Imperial vessels, supposedly impenetrable shields. Engines died across the Imperial fleet as precisely targeted quantum pulses disabled their systems. Admiral Robert watched in horror as his mighty fleet became helpless in seconds. Their most advanced weapons couldn't penetrate Earth's quantum shields, while their own defenses proved useless against technology they'd never encountered. The EDS Defender moved forward, its massive form dwarfing the Imperial ships. Earth had kept its largest vessels hidden until this moment. The sight of human warships larger and more advanced than anything in the Imperial fleet sent shockwaves through the Imperial command. "This is your final chance," Commander Parker transmitted to the Imperial fleet. "Withdraw, or we will be forced to demonstrate our offensive capabilities." Admiral Robert, pride overcoming wisdom, ordered his remaining operational ships to attack. The response was immediate and devastating. Earth's defense grid activated its primary weapons, massive quantum cannons hidden beneath the lunar surface. Beams of pure energy sliced through space, cutting Imperial ships in half with surgical precision. The demonstration was carefully controlled. Earth's forces deliberately avoided casualties, disabling ships rather than destroying them. In the Antarctic Command Center, General Anderson watched the battle unfold. "Phase 2, he ordered. "Show them our planetary defense system." Massive platforms emerged from Earth's oceans, their sudden appearance shocking the Imperial forces. These platforms housed weapons that could target ships anywhere in the solar system with pinpoint accuracy. The Imperial dreadnought Sovereign attempted to coordinate a counterattack, only to find its systems completely under Earth's control. Their most advanced cyber defenses had been bypassed, as if they didn't exist. "Your command codes were compromised weeks ago," Commander Parker informed the stunned Imperial Admiral. "We could have destroyed your entire fleet the moment you arrived." This demonstration was a courtesy. The battle lasted less than 15 minutes. When it ended, the mighty Imperial fleet floated powerless in space, their crews alive but thoroughly defeated. Earth's ships hadn't suffered a single casualty. "Send the rescue ships," General Anderson ordered. "Show them that humanity can be merciful as well as powerful." Earth's vessels moved in, attaching quantum tethers to the disabled Imperial ships. Medical teams transported to assist any injured crew members, demonstrating a level of compassion the Empire hadn't expected. In orbit, Commander Parker watched as the last Imperial ship was secured. "Transmit the battle records to Imperial High Command," she ordered. "Let them see exactly what happened here." The demonstration had served its purpose. The Empire had learned that their technology wasn't superior, their tactics weren't invincible, and their understanding of humanity had been fatally flawed. As rescue operations continued, Earth's leaders prepared for the diplomatic aftermath. The Empire would have to accept a new reality. Humanity wasn't just another primitive species to be conquered. They were a force that demanded respect. The galaxy was changing, and Earth had proven itself a power to be reckoned with. The Empire's age of unchallenged dominance was over. 6 months after Earth's demonstration of power, the galaxy had changed dramatically. The Imperial Council Chamber, once a place of absolute authority, now hosted representatives from Earth as equals. Ambassador Rogers sat at the grand table, Earth's flag standing proudly alongside the Imperial banner. President Alexander addressed the gathered representatives via quantum hologram, his image crystal clear across light years of space. "Today marks a new chapter in galactic history," he declared. "The age of imperial dominance has ended. The age of cooperation begins." News of Earth's victory had spread rapidly through the galaxy. Previously subjugated worlds watched in amazement as humanity forced the mighty Empire to negotiate as equals. Hope spread through conquered systems as Earth's representatives began diplomatic missions. In orbit around a distant Imperial colony, Commander Parker's fleet provided protection for a world seeking independence. The Empire's grip on its territories weakened as more planets demanded the same rights Earth had won. "The balance of power has shifted," General Anderson explained to the Global Defense Council. "The Empire knows they can't control the galaxy through force anymore. Not with Earth standing as a defender of freedom." Earth's technology, no longer hidden, revolutionized galactic society. Dr. Roberts led teams of scientists sharing clean energy solutions with struggling worlds. Imperial resource extraction operations shut down as Earth provided alternatives that preserve planetary environments. The Imperial High Command, humbled by their defeat, underwent massive reforms. Lord William, now serving as a liaison between Earth and the Empire, watched as his civilization transformed. "We forgot the meaning of true strength," he admitted to Ambassador Rogers. "Your victory showed us that domination breeds only resistance." Humanity's influence spread not through conquest, but through cooperation. Earth's diplomatic courts grew as more worlds sought alliances. The quantum communication network, once an imperial monopoly, expanded to connect free worlds across the galaxy. Professor Baker's team made breakthrough after breakthrough, combining Earth's innovation with knowledge gained from other cultures. "We're entering a golden age of scientific discovery," she announced to a conference of multi-species researchers. In the former imperial territories, worlds began rebuilding. Earth's ships protected transport convoys carrying supplies and technology to planets the Empire had stripped bare. Commander Parker watched from her bridge as green returned to worlds that had been reduced to mining wastelands. "Freedom spreads faster than control," she noted in her log. "These worlds don't need our protection forever, just long enough to stand on their own." The Empire, forced to adapt, found new purpose as part of a galactic coalition. Their vast experience in administration proved valuable when applied to coordination rather than conquest. Ancient imperial worlds opened their archives, sharing knowledge that had been hoarded for centuries. Earth established the Galactic Defense Initiative, a coalition of free worlds dedicated to preventing any single power from dominating others. Former imperial officers, impressed by Earth's capabilities, joined as instructors and advisors. "We don't seek to replace the Empire's control with our own," President Alexander explained to the coalition. "Earth stands as a guardian of liberty, not a new conqueror. Deep in space, research vessels from Earth and former Imperial worlds worked together, exploring the mysteries of the universe. The combined knowledge of multiple civilizations accelerated scientific progress beyond what any single species could achieve alone. Ambassador Rogers, standing at a viewport in the new coalition headquarters, watched ships from dozens of worlds pass by. "We didn't just change the galaxy's power structure," he reflected. "We changed its soul." The Empire's old warning beacons, once threatening submission, were replaced by navigation aids and emergency assistance markers. Humanity's influence had transformed the galaxy's very nature, from domination to cooperation, from fear to hope. General Anderson, reviewing reports from across known space, smiled at the changes. Earth's single warning had led not just to victory, but to a fundamental shift in galactic civilization. Humanity had proven itself not just powerful, but wise enough to use that power for the benefit of all. The galaxy entered a new era, one where strength was measured not by conquest, but by contribution. Earth stood proud, not as a conqueror, but as a protector, a beacon of hope for any world that sought freedom. The Empire had set its sights on Earth, never knowing that their action would lead to their own transformation. In the end, humanity's greatest victory wasn't defeating the Empire. It was showing the galaxy a better way forward. The stars shone brighter in this new age of freedom and cooperation, illuminating the path to a future no one had imagined possible before Earth's rise.